up! Surprise, RoboCop! Meet your match!
Won't somebody please think of the children? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 mature movies with merchandise for kids.
This is for getting on my bad side. You're next, John Connor.
For this list, we're looking at movies that feature elements you probably wouldn't want to show to your children, yet that ended up having tie-in merchandise released aimed directly at kiddies.
You don't have to be toxic to be popular, but it helps.
Number 10. Starship Troopers.
Never pass up a good thing.
Starship Troopers is a misunderstood movie whose story goes a lot deeper than humanity's grisly war against a bug race that seems to want to eradicate us.
Don't do your job, I'll kill you myself.
So, yes, it's about more than just the mega violence we see on screen, but that in no way makes the fact that a man is shot in the face and body parts are ripped asunder any more appropriate for the youngins. That's why it's so amusing that toys based on the film were released, including a miniatures game, video games, action figures, and even jet toys with enticing try-me holes in the packaging for the kiddies. Gotta recoup that budget somehow.
Funny how they always want to be friends after they rip your guts out.
Yeah, that's what I deserve.
Number 9. First Blood.
Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
John Rambo's first film adventure may have featured a lot less killing than a lot of people would assume, but that doesn't make it any more child-friendly than you'd expect.
Survive a war, you gotta become war.
The sequels that followed showed zero restraint in terms of the body count, yet somehow a toy line was released featuring the character.
In Rambo's world, this guy's trouble.
A toy line, video games, comics, and a cartoon series where one of cinema's most violent characters was somehow set up to be enjoyed by children.
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Well, we guess some boardroom think tank probably thought it's got a G.I. Joe kind of quality to it. And that's good enough for this list. Number 8. Police Academy.
Where did you get this gun?
My mom gave it to me.
Most 80s kids look back on Police Academy as part of a more innocent time, but they're wrong.
Stop that stereo before I blow your goddamn nuts off, asshole!
Go back and watch the original film with your adult glasses on and imagine if you'd approve of showing it to your son, daughter, niece, nephew, cat or dog, or worse, your boss's cat or dog.
Already told you once. Nobody screws with me.
Well, maybe you'll meet the right girl and all that'll change.
It's funny and loaded with amusing voices and wacky sound effects, sure, but there's still a ton of adult humor that permeates nearly every scene.
Put them up, dirtbag!
That's what makes it so mind-boggling that this franchise then spawned not only a toy line and comic books, but also an animated series.
Not only did we miss nabbing the gamester, but we're out of week's pay.
Yo, pay? Bummer, I got bills.
Number 7. Judge Dredd.
I am the law.
In a dystopian future where the criminal justice system we're familiar with has been replaced by a corps of officers who serve as judge, jury, and executioner, Dredd is a legendary figure.
The best thing you can do is kill me.
Why?
Because it's your only chance.
In the world of 90s pop culture, a film starring a character that kills several people in the film's opening was apparently a good fit for a toy line for kids. The action that played out on screen was not nearly as severe as it could have been, given the source material. But there is still little question that Dredd was not meant for children.
By a blast of God they perish, and by a breath of his nostrils are they consumed.
Number 6. Predator.
What the hell are you?
Predator is one of the best action movies of the 80s, or any decade. And many people collect figures based on the film's characters to this day.
Get to the chopper!
Most of those collectors, however, are full-grown adults who can deal with a film about an alien creature who methodically hunts down, kills, and butchers army men and future state governors to collect their skulls. That didn't stop a toy company from marketing a series of toys featuring the R-rated alien creature to a G-rated audience.
Clan leader attacks with whipping dreadlocks.
That is, unless you think adults would go wild for a glow-in-the-dark, spear-firing action figure.
And Stalker, glowing in the dark, fires his spear.
Number 5. The Toxic Avenger.
All right, everybody, drop your tacos or I'll blow your brains out.
Trauma Entertainment is not exactly your typical film studio, but they are pretty great at making bad movies.
Going up!
Arguably chief among their canon, The Toxic Avenger focuses on a bookish 98-pound weakling who is chased until he falls into a drum of toxic waste, which horribly mutates him. Henceforth blessed with strength he never before knew, but cursed with a face that looks like it's melting. Toxie, as he comes to be known, kills criminals with flair.
Toxic Crusaders! Toxic Crusaders! They're gross!
Hideously deformed action figures from Playmates.
Somehow, that plotline translated into a toy line that 80s and 90s kids will likely remember fondly, as well as comics, and of course, a family-friendly cartoon called Toxic Crusaders.
I had no friends, no girls that hugged me till I got radioactive ugly! Toxic Crusaders, toxic!
Number 4. RoboCop.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
RoboCop became something of a superhero in the eyes of children everywhere, due in large part to a TV show, 2 animated series, video games, comic books, and that time he showed up at a wrestling match.
Thing has been tased by the horseman, but here comes RoboCop, Bob!
What many of those kids did not know was that the film that their champion stars in is incredibly gory. Whether it's Murphy's slow, brutal death, or the moment where a grotesquely mutated bad guy is liquefied, this movie is intense.
When crime strikes, nothing can stop RoboCop.
To say RoboCop pulls no punches is an incredible understatement. So yeah, a kid-friendly toy line seems like the way to go. We'd buy that for $1.
He's unbeatable.
Number 3. Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Hasta la vista, baby.
James Cameron is one of the most successful filmmakers of all time, and he was arguably at his best when he made one of the most beloved film sequels ever.
My mission is to protect you.
Yeah? Who sent you?
You did.
Combining amazing special effects that largely hold up to this day, perfectly defined characters, and a symphony of violence, T2 has almost everything.
Now create your own Terminator with the BioFlesh Regenerator.
What it clearly lacks, however, is a narrative that many parents would want their kids acting out when they sit down to play.
Terminator!
I'm back. Got to find John Connor.
Of course, we're guessing by this point in the list that you figured out that means it was perfect material for comics writers, video game producers, and toy makers.
Terminator deploys his secret weapon.
Hasta la vista, baby. Terminated.
Number 2. Alien.
Kenner presents new Alien action figure.
Ridley Scott's Alien is a masterwork in tension, highlighted by one of the scariest scenes featuring a newborn alien that you'll ever see. Its sequel, Aliens, opted instead to pump up the action and used a seemingly endless supply of xenomorphs to get our hearts pumping. Either film's toy line had potential to make the cut, but it's a combination of the R-rated terror the first film heaped on audiences and the disastrous 18-inch action figure released by Kenner that made the grade.
Give up! Alien can't be beat! We'll zap him with the light!
Quickly recalled due to parental pressure and its tendency to break, this toy tie-in was an unmitigated failure.
Another triumph for Alien!
But today, it's a highly sought-after collectible, so we guess that's something.
Alien action figure, new from Kenner.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Vaughn, look out!
Battling evildoers everywhere.
Rawr! Go, Vaughn!
Number 1. Conan the Barbarian.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
That's Conan's reply when he's asked what's best in life. the movie that launched Arnold Schwarzenegger to worldwide fame. It's a film rife with lunchbox sticker moments, such as when he punches a horse, has sexy times with a witch, and kills like he was bred to do it. Which, to be fair, he kinda was.
Now Conan and the evil Rapamon face off with giant battle stallions.
We can totally see how it made sense to make a kids' cartoon starring such a character. As well as, yep, you guessed it, a toy line.
It's adventure beyond imagination, danger beyond your wildest dreams, and action bigger than you've ever seen before.
What makes this all even crazier is that the animated series and action figures weren't actually even that bad, and in the case of the cartoon at least, was perfectly age appropriate.
Conan, the mightiest warrior ever!
Do you agree with our list? What mature movie merch did you play with as a kid?
Come in, Mahoney. Cops! I'm out of here.
Hi-ya!
For more film top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
And the next time you're in danger or in need of help, look to the horizon and maybe, just maybe, the Toxic Avenger will be there.